Okay, let's just try it. One bite of the hot. We have hot trash. Let's do hot. One bite.
So what do you think's worse?
Well, she said this was worse than that. So let's just one bite.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh yeah. I'm waiting.
I don't know too. Oh, not bad.
Nowhere near as bad. I think I could actually eat this.
Yeah, me too. Huh. I wonder what the difference is.
Well,
That is too much for me.
this is just, I don't know what it is, but you grow up over the last 20 years and you kind of,
You know your limit.
you got to know what's going on. This is kind of that hot taste.
It's on the edge. Like, I wouldn't do it.
And living on the edge. Aerosmith.
What is your favorite music? What do you listen to in a shop? I know you, a little bit of Mark Martin, a little bit of hip hop.
I'm pretty worldly, Ron.
Me too. I don't listen to anything. But I'm a metalhead. I love 80s.
Oh yeah. I mean, who doesn't love Back in Black? By Metallica.
What's your go-to state? Right when you left the shop, what was on? Country?
Okay, listen.
You're loading the car by yourself.
You're touching a nerve because I'm in that area in my life right now that I just found George Jones.
Oh.
Wow. I just found George Jones. His songs are so sad. But I love Dua Lipa. I mean, I
like watching Dua Lipa. I'm a big fan.
I'm all about you know who I'm all excited about right now is Maroon 5. I just found that song. You were only 18.
That's Maroon 5?
That's an old song.
But I like it.
Early
She will be
2000s.
loved. She will be loved.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
Will
look.
Be Love's like early 2000s.
Like
Look, Ron,
What's the
look.
first album?
Ron. Okay, look.
Conway Twitty.
Adele, Amy
Adele.
Winehouse, Billy Currington.
Billy Currington.
Here, show us your phone.
Okay, here's my phone. Watch. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Black Eyed Peas.
That's a black.
oh, hold on.
Hips don't lie, but I should be here.
Pretty girl, you were. Oh, I love singing.
Conway Twitty.
Dua Lipa.
Dua
right there.
Lipa, yeah. You didn't lie.
Elton John, Elvis.
Man, you got it all going on.
I've always Fleetwood Mac's awesome for the airplane.
Great album. Great
Awesome for the airplane. See, I don't like the airport. I don't like airplanes, so I always put in Fleetwood Mac. George Jones, my new one.
Huh.
Now, when you get down here, I get a little crazy.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, I love Lady Gaga. Love that song.
Kid Rock.
Oh, yeah.
You're pretty eclectic, I gotta say. I knew you were, but I didn't know. Metallica. Miley Cyrus.
I love Miley.
Is that Party in the
Metallica.
USA's album?
Oh, yeah, I love that song. And I love it when they call me Big Papa. Put your hands in the air. I love Queen. I love Prince. I love Give It Away, Give It Away, Give It Away Now. Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I love Snoop Dogg.
That's
And
a good playlist.
Taylor Swift. And U2's got some great songs. You know that song, On the Top of the Roof?
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That guitar rocks. Yeah.
See, you're
I'm
like
worldly.
me. Music drives me. It always has. It every song or great moments in my life had a song around it or was playing that takes me back to that moment. Right? You're the same way.
Right. Oh yeah.
And there's nothing better when you're racing and you're getting ready and you got a song in your head that's playing and you're on a caution lap or we're getting ready to do our burnout.
100%.
And I got a song that the crew played before I put my helmet on, and it's in my head. I'm doing the burnout, and it just I love everything about music being a huge part of my life and my racing, right?
Yeah. But I'm right there with you, and I'm thinking to myself, why do sometimes people aren't honest because they think they're going to embarrass themselves. One of the greatest commercials ever was Alonso Jr., the kid, had Valvoline as a sponsor at that time.
Yeah.
And anyway, he said every driver that competes in anything should have a song of the day. So like Alonso was lined up for Indianapolis 500. Mustang Sally. I mean, you're coming to green for the Indy 500. and you're coming down the back straight, and you're like, yeah,
Right. Yeah.
it's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I mean,
That's a big moment.
yeah, and I don't want to embarrass you, but I mean, I admire you so much because I know, seriously, I know what the hell you got to go through. I mean, and I know it's a cliche, but I mean, with somebody like you, you're literally lighting the bottle rocket, and you got to be, you know, I mean, you can ruin the whole team's week by red light, and I'm like, my God, the pressure, Ron, that's on you. It's got to be just. And I
But
usually,
hold on. I know where you're going with this.
Man.
Here's the funny part.
I don't want your job.
But I've been in a dirt race where you're coming around and you're the point man on a restart, and I'm crapping my pants, right?
Yeah,
Or I'm hanging out with Jerry McGrath when he was winning everything.
yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what is it like when you're about to drop the gate? And he goes, yeah, but he goes, well, how about you when you're dropping a Pomona and you're about to hit the
Pomona.
gate? And I go, I never thought about it.
Yeah.
So every racer, you're comfortable. You're coming around, you're the point man on
Yeah.
a restart
Yeah.
with 2 to go.
Yep, don't mess up.
Yeah.
Hit your marks.
Right. And I would think I would be crapping my pants. You think you would be crapping my pants. I think, we both think Jeremy McGrath would be crapping his pants. We're all comfortable in what we do.
I did a whole shot in the
Does that make
Jegs.
sense?
I did a whole shot in the Jegs Pro Stock, and it destroyed my brain. I can only imagine what you do. So that's really, I hear you, and you're 110% right. But we put a deal together. You know, Clint Boyer was in a car, and we went to Charlotte, and I just, you know. Yeah, I mean, you're 110% right about everything. And I get it because I talked to a major league.
How about a pitcher or a batter?
Jason Isringhausen, one of the greatest relievers in St. Louis Cardinal history, lives close to this place right here. So he played for the Cardinals. He lives over here on the Illinois side. And I asked him that one time. I said, Jason, I said, you're in the World Series. There's millions of, I mean, and he answered the same way. He goes, how do you come to Green Flag for the Daytona 500? I'm like, I just do it. I think we all go into those zones, right? Where we don't really know.
If you ever run into David Wells, one of the greatest pitchers, right?
Oh.
Ask him the story about his no-hitter. He was out at a Van Halen concert the night before. It's a great story.
Oh, got it out.
That's awesome. You got to find out. It's a great story. I'll
big.
leave it at that.
That's big. That's good stuff. Yeah, but I enjoy talking about those things because I really believe that athletes should compare, because I think too many people think that they're not right. And like, man, everybody thinks like that.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're so odd or weird?
When I was a kid, I was always afraid to raise my hand when you thought you had a question, I was embarrassed, and then somebody else would raise their hand and ask the same question on and I was like,
I'm not weird.
And the teacher would go, "That's a great question." I'm like,
I'm great.
I would have had the same question,
And I would have been great.
and I'm embarrassed.
That falls underneath that deal. You know, nowadays with social media, we have all these great quotes. You know, don't be afraid, take a chance. But back then, you know, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff right there because I believe in that. You know, my motto right now is. So let me back up. I had a great sponsor, Cox Treated Lumber in Orangeburg, South Carolina. They took wood and they treated it so they could use it for ocean use, you know, for docks. Cox Treated Lumber. They treated lumber.
Yeah.
So 1989, 90, 91, they were my sponsor. And Hayes Armstrong was my guy. He was like my PR guy. Here we are now. That was 89, 90, 91. It's 2022, and he sends me this bracelet in the mail. And it came with a nice little note that said, "Finish strong." So my point is that in life, things, whether this Don the Snake Bernome said something to you that triggered you a year later,
Yeah.
but what triggered me was he sent me that bracelet. This is, you know, I'm gonna race one more year. And he said, finish strong. And don't be weak. Don't cop out.
Yeah.
Finish like this is the start of your career.
Right.
And that's what the hell I'm doing. I am not going down
You
bad.
still have that wristband?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to finish strong. What I just said really just comes into play with you and I talking about, how can you do a whole shot when the whole world's watching and you're like, well, everybody,
So guess what? The guy in the other lane is trying the same thing.
doing the same thing. It's pretty
John
incredible.
Force one time at the banquet, he was up talking about. These fans may not have seen this. He's up talking. It was a final round in Vegas one year, and Selzy, our buddy, who was my teammate, and it's a final round in Vegas. And Forrest says, "I'm up there stage next to Selzy," and he said, for a second, I said, "Man, I'm gonna pray." And he lit the top pre-stage bulb, and he said, "Dear God," he said, "please, please, please, just let me get this one reaction time and this one like." And then he said, God said, "Forrest, hang on a second, Selzy's talking."
I love that. I never thought about telling the story that way, but and I put it redneck way. I don't think I'm the only one praying for the exact same thing. I'm praying against my competitor. Who's God gonna pick? That's good. You just taught me a great lesson. Oh, I love that. So that tells me why John Force is not just a great drag racer, but he tells it the way it is. I've always admired him.
Yeah.
I know he's goofy, but I'm goofy.
No. Hey, we're blessed to have him. He could have gone, who knows, wherever, but he is one of a kind.
What a show.
Yeah.
What a
The greatest of all time. I called him the GOAT, and he thought I was calling him some dirty animal. He didn't understand. He didn't know what a goat was.
greatest of all time.
His daughter had to explain it to him.
Oh, okay.
He said, "Why they call me an animal? What is that all about?"
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's when you're focused.
All right, so if you had to go back and grab a wing today, right now, of this group, what's your go-to? You're gonna go mild, aren't you?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go mild. At first, dry rub was okay. You know what's funny? That dry rub just left a little, nothing bad. None of this is bad. None of it's bad. Really, really
But
not.
it did have a kick to it.
The hot
Little
rub
more
had a
than-
little bit of a kick.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
The mild.
I think what I like about the mild is it sounds like it's a lame word, but it's actually got a little. It's just nice.
Little maple, middle of the road.
Yes. So I'm gonna go with mild, and it's not mild. It's just got a great taste to it.
Yeah, it does. It's like a hickory. I'm not sure. Good stuff. I'm gonna stay with the dry rub if I gotta go back. I do like that. A little bit of a kick. It made me want to have a drink of my beer. And so let's just toast. One more shot here.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us.
That was good.
Appreciate it.
That was good therapy for me.
Good.
Yeah, I enjoy talking about me. I love you, Rob.
I enjoy it. I love you. All right, you guys. Hey, we're gonna have a few more wings. We're gonna hang out. If you get a chance, the Wooden Nickel. It's about 15 minutes from the racetrack here at World Wild Technology, also known as Gateway. Great place, great people, great wings, great beer, and Kenny Wallace. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, cheers. Have a great weekend.